This is currently my ultrasound at 13 weeks, okay? And just at 13 weeks, you can see there's a heartbeat, there's a head, there's arms and legs. On the ultrasound, looking at the screen the other day, I could see the baby moving and flipping and waving at me. And I was sitting there and I was thinking, who has the authority to say this is not a child? When did we get this idea that all of a sudden, nope, this isn't a baby? Where did that come from? Because anyone with eyes could see this is a child.
I personally have 3 girls at home, and I am lucky enough to have great insurance and very open communication with my children. But many of their friends have come to me and asked for help. There are no bus lines that run throughout our entire region. There are a limited number of gynecologists, and many of them are older men. Where are these girls supposed to turn to when they need to talk to someone? I think back to when I first got married. We were 20 years old, working to get by with no insurance, and I found sanctuary at our Planned Parenthood, who provided me with birth control, who did my physicals, who found my cancer cells and removed them.
Why is rape wrong? Rape is wrong for the same reason abortion is. Violence against another human being. It implies one's will against another. It's evil, it's immoral, it's unjust. And while people tout and they clamor for the justice and the right to be able to murder their own children, I would submit to you that that justice would be better focused on punishing the perpetrator of the crime, the rapist, and not the innocent victim. And the fact that we're even debating this is indicative of all our need for repentance before an all-holy and all-just God.
So my suggestion is this. One, I suggest that you are in a very pivotal point in American history, because you here in Batavia, New York, could send that letter to Governor Cuomo and state that you cannot possibly go along not only with this new legislation, but you cannot go along with the procedure known as abortion.
We have shown time and time again that we are not someone's property, we are not fragile, we are not stupid, we are not weak. Members of this council, I implore you to mind the business of the city and not our bodies.
And we're standing here debating the fate of future Batavia High School students. How many elementary schools are we down to? There is more that you can do as a city council. Your hearts may be hardened. You can't wait for me to get done. You can't wait to move on to the next money matters. But these are children.
And I want to make sure you understand, it's decided law. It's been decided since 1973. It's decided. We're done having this conversation.
Please lead the way in upstate New York and make Batavia a sanctuary city for the unborn. Governor Cuomo has given the counties and the cities the right for self-governance using the sanctuary city model with immigration. You guys can do this. You have the opportunity. Declare it to be a sanctuary city for the unborn.
Part of your vision statement. We will encourage and provide opportunities for the physical, mental, emotional, and cultural learning and enrichment for all our community members at every life stage. Our community members will be actively involved in the decisions we make and active in bringing our plans to life. Our community members will enjoy the feeling of safety as they live, work, and interact in our city. Our children at all ages will have choices to grow, learn, live, play, and work in our community.
Capital punishment is illegal, which means that it is okay to give a lethal injection to a living infant, but definitely not to a hardened, convicted criminal. Is this worth a letter?
It's reported that obviously the City Council has decided against drafting a letter to Albany regarding the Reproductive Health Act, and for that I thank you. I hope that's correct.
When you read that act, it talks about the physical and mental health of the mom and the child. It's very vague. Where do we stop? Maybe when the child's 2 years old, it develops some type of disease. Do we say, well, I don't want this kid anymore? Do we kill him at 2? Do we kill him at 4? Do we kill him at 15? When do we stop?
Life begins at conception scientifically and just with common sense. So, guys, we don't hate you. We don't hate who you are. We just think that you're misinformed.
I urge you to please write. You have been given power that many of us don't have. Many of us have written letters that probably are thrown in the garbage, maybe not even opened up. But you have power.
When I think about who I am, I'm grateful for the opportunity that I have to be here, but I also know that my reproductive rights are my own, Councilman, and I don't appreciate my city council speaking on behalf of those rights to my governor.